Future people. It's June 10th, 2024. Why do I call you future people? You're probably past people, right? Wouldn't that be
They're
right
in the
at some
future
point?
from us.
In the future
Yeah,
from
it
us
was
now. From our
Yeah.
perspective, they're in the future, but then
Yeah.
them, they're looking into the past. So yeah,
We
future
are the
people.
past people to those future people.
Right, that's
If
why
you
I
want to
call
be
them
correct,
future
to be
people.
calling them present people, but that would just be calling them people.
But
right?
then they're just people. But I think
Yeah.
it is future people. I think that's right. I
future
don't know
people.
why time got weird for me just then. But okay.
Been future people for 5 years. We should keep
Yeah,
it.
there's like a standard. Okay, so we have demos. Let's start with Wendy. Wendy, take it away.
Great. I'm going to be showing off a bunch of little UI improvements and bug fixes. I'm not going to call out every single one, but one of the big things is hover states and tooltips are vastly improved across the entire interface. Thank God, I didn't know what this blue lightning bolt meant. Now I do, right? Loading states across the interface have all been improved, so we don't have any more of those like ugly, just textual loading states. There were some destructive styles that were inconsistent that have been fixed and matched. Everywhere in the code base that has the phrase change set is now 2 words instead of 1 word. What else do we got here? There were a few selection issues with various icons that have been fixed so that they actually highlight properly. It's a lot of small stuff, but overall it'll help make the interface feel a lot more cohesive and not janky.
Better.
Fabulous. Thank you, Wendy. Long live not janky. Scott, take it away.
Okay. I have a few small things to show as well. So the first one is I got our Veritec boxes working in ARM. So these C7 GD metal boxes are actually ARM 64 boxes instead of the x86 ones that we were using. The primary motivation for this is the ARM boxes have a much larger spread of size for whatever reason. So these boxes are not quite as beefy as the ones we were using before, but they're about half as much money a month. Like they're considerably cheaper. So it feels better to go wide, I think, than up, because we were never getting even remotely close to taxing the old metal boxes we were using. So a little more density and friendlier to our budget. So beyond that, I built out a little deploy GitHub workflow for us to use with like a little more bells and whistles. So in this deploy services actions, you can see a couple of previous actions where, depending on the environment and who does it, it'll label it. You can go to this little run workflow. You can choose an environment, you can choose which service to deploy, or you can deploy all of them. And then a version, the version being like the one that Buck2 generates when we do all the things that we do. So the easiest way to find this is to like get it out of build kite. I can show people how to do that if they're interested. Most of the time people care about stable. So, and to show what that actually looks like, if you deploy an individual service, it'll basically just go through the steps and do the things it needs to do. And deploy the service and like set up some kind of like environmental stuff that makes sure everything works nicely. These deploy service calls will wait until it's actually done. So depending on the service, there's different ways that it waits, but it will at least wait until AWS says like the resource is ready. Whether or not the service itself is ready just depends. There's like a little window there where it might not be up, but from AWS's perspective, it's up. And if you deploy all of them, it just deploys all of them and gets it all ready. And I tried to take that further and to make an SI representation of that so that I have this little GitHub workflow asset that has an action that I can run it. And it doesn't work at the moment because my token doesn't have the right credentials, but I promise it would work if I did.
Nice.
But yeah, so I think I can at least, these needed some cleanup, but we could get these up into tools, and if somebody wants to do a deploy into prod, that would be an easy way to do it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Very
That's
cool.
fabulous.
Yep, that's what I got.
All right, Victor.
Hello.
Hello.
This is going to be really quick, and it was done for a couple of weeks already, but I hadn't had the time to demo it. But I just wanted to show off the new pasting behavior. Let's get some more components on the chain set. And the idea is that when we paste a couple of components, we try to keep them positioned in the same way that they were. So like, right, if I paste this, it's going to be a couple of those. Now the mouse points to like the middle of the selection box. So we actually calculate the rectangle, the smallest rectangle that will fit all of the components. And then we like axis it off. We center it off where the mouse is. But the cool part is that if we actually reparent it, so if we paste it here, it'll actually refit the thing, doing as little movement as possible, like as few changes to the structure of the thing as possible, but to make them fit.
I love it so much.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I love it.
Yeah, it's cool. And as a
Makes me
bonus,
so happy, Victor.
and as a bonus, now we also have a loader for each thing that's going to get dropped, which was like a single one before, and now we get actually a loader per box. So that's cool. And while this is bugged, right now we do have the behavior of showing the tabs from the changes, right? So if I open up something that like, oh, this was supposed to show some failing functions. Anyway, if I had like failing actions here, head should have it. Right, you can click through here, and then we get the tabs here. The data is not here yet, but we'll get there.
Oh,
that's
lovely.
it.
Yeah, because eventually you'll be able to do that to see running actions, right? So you'll see that.
Yeah. And like even in the I forgot to show one thing too. Oh, we had like multi-select before. We already had it, but the behavior changed a little bit on suggestion from Mark. Now if you click multiple things, it'll like change the focus to the other action. But if you shift click, you'll still get the multi-selection. Panel goes out, and you can like interact with multiple things. So it like keeps the behavior of shift clicking that we have with everything else over here, right? You can like multi-select. There you go. Sorry about that.
Don't be. It's great.
That's it.
Yum. Yum. Okay. Nick.
All right. I will be demoing a little bit of mostly Britt's work. Britt is not here today, so I hope to show it off well. So I'm going to be showing some deletion logic that we've added in case you delete a component that an active resource depends on that you also want to delete. How does that work, and how do we not break you in the process? So we have a SolarWinds 123 AWS credential. We have a USD's 2 region, and then we have a Chemex Coffee key pair. We're going to create it. And this is the very normal flow. Create it. You'll see here your actions run. The refresh is going to run soon after. We'll see that in the history. The model updates again. And we don't explicitly have to wait, but I just wanted to see the confetti. And they both run the completion. Great. Well, and let's open a change set called delete me. Last week, before this change was implemented, if you were to delete the region itself would disappear. But now it's tagged in like a to be deleted state, dependent on the other things that depend on it. So in this instance, we're not going to eliminate the region because you need the region for the deletion action of the key pair. Now, this is dynamic. We didn't just hard code it for this one instance. So anytime there's a dependency in the chain, we'll mark other things as to be deleted in that way. So let's apply. And we will see that both of them get wiped out. And that concludes my demo.
Yay. Yeah, previously what would happen is you would get like in a weird disconnected state where the credential or the region would disappear and then you couldn't delete the component on the inside. But now you can. So good. Zach. Oh, we can't hear you. You're muted. But I think what you were saying was very smart.
Yes, I'm going to do a quick demo of the fixes to asset regeneration.
Cool.
So I have added a prop to these Docker image assets, and I've just regenerated the butane, but you can see that they have arrays with items, and they have settings, and they have output sockets and all that. So I'm going to regenerate this Docker image, and we'll do that one too. And you'll come back, you see they have a new prop, and it has its array items. So the new prompt is just called new prompt. It's empty, and that data has flowed through correctly. So you can see that the array items have come through in the image. And let's just regenerate the butane too to see that these get reset correctly as well. And it's firing off, and it worked. So it's very fast, and it should be safe to regenerate assets after authoring changes now. So go wild in assets.
Yay. Okay, that was us.
I forgot to show the thing that John wanted me to show.
We have an extra walk on Scott as John. Go.
I am John. And as John, I added, oh, hold on, Zoom. To the debug panel, we have a little search bar, and I can put in an ID, and it will highlight it and scroll to it. Oh, there's John.
I like it.
And it's fantastic. If you've ever had to try to chase down an ID inside of this thing, it's real painful, and now it's not. That's it.
Beautiful. Okay.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. John, good job. Excellent demo. Grew that beard
Also,
so quickly.
That search bar itself is new. That's a new thing that Wendy put together.
Yes, I forgot to mention that in my demo. The search bar is nicer, and hopefully soon there will be more filters.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
I like filters. Okay, great. See you later.